All right, ladies and gentlemen, buffalo chicken with mashed cauliflower and garlic veggie medley. We have garlic right here. I love garlic so much. But as you can see, we're smashing it. That's the easiest way to separate the skin from the actual garlic clove. So we're gonna do that repeatedly here. Next up, we're going to cut that little wooden stem ends off of our garlic. Now that that's done, we're going to go ahead and give it a nice chop in one direction, and then from there we're going to continually chop it, and that's going to give us a mix just like this. All right, our 2 pots of water come to a boil, so we're going to add some salt and cauliflower. Now we get our broccoli and treat it just like we did on the previous video that you saw. We're gonna tear it a piece and then use that stem, extra pieces of the stem. I'm gonna cut into even pieces for even cooking. This is going to be simmered, what we call blanching and shocking. Hot water for a little bit and then into some ice water. Just like that, even if they run away at the bottom, I see that. All right, let's roll to the other vegetables. Right here we have a yellow squash. This is a little cut that I like to do. It's called an oblique cut. It's kind of a funny looking shape, but it's all around the same size, different shape, but same size, so we have even cooking. If you cut the piece longer, you'll cut it thinner. If you cut the piece thicker, you'll cut it shorter. We do this for the recurring theme of cooking everything that is in the same pan at the same speed. We have zucchini here as well. We're going to get more obliques out of that. But before I get into that, I'm going to empty out my trash bin I have here into the trash. So a little tip, you want to make sure you have some trays right there, containers that get rid of your trash so you don't have to run back and forth to the trash can. Just another way to save time while you're prepping in the kitchen. All right, ladies and gentlemen, right here we're going to go ahead and add a little salt and pepper to kind of draw a little bit of the moisture in there, and you'll see how that helps us later. Now we have a red onion. When you start cutting the red onion, make sure that you are cutting it lengthwise right through the root so you can have a root on both ends. You're going to peel that back, first 2 layers most of the time, back towards the root. And this specific cut is called a julienne. We're going to cut with the grains. We don't need the root on this, but on other cuts you may need to continue to hold the root on until you are complete with that cut. Right here, the julienne, nice even cut. I'm going to add that to our bowl. And now we have boneless, skinless chicken thighs. Again, we spoke about how chicken thighs are a lot more affordable than other cuts of chicken. And so we're going to add some seasoning, basic, whatever seasoning you would like. Remember, you can season it the way you please. I'm going to do similar seasoning as previously. You don't need anything too crazy before you'll have a sauce with this. Here we go into our skillet. I have a well-seasoned hot cast iron skillet. We're going to put where the skin would be down first. That's what it is, called skin side down first. This is the presentation side. That should always go down first because you can control how that's going to look because it goes into a clean pan. Let's go to our cauliflower real quick. So I've drained the cauliflower and it's been cooked to where all I have to do is add this garlic that we've minced, and I can use the spoon, a little salt and pepper, to mash it like a mashed potato. There's a lower carb version of mashed potatoes, completely different taste, but it'll give you that similar satisfaction. All right, now let's get our chicken over here on the cutting board. We're gonna do a basic dice on these guys. Nice and delicious. I love chicken thighs. They are so much more moist and much harder to overcook. Little chef tip here, we don't like to waste anything, so I added some stock to my cast iron to pull up any fond that's on the bottom. All right, we're gonna add this buffalo sauce, really hot sauce. And the way you make a buffalo sauce is by adding butter to this, but we're gonna go a little healthier, so we're not gonna add any butter. The butter actually does bring down the heat and makes it less spicy. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are on the last bit of this. We have our onions. We're going to kind of scrape out that pan with everything in it because we're going to give them a little of that liquid that was in there. Now we're going to add our zucchini and squash. These cook fairly quick, so make sure when you're cooking them you don't walk away too quickly. Here's a nice little slow-mo for you. I'm going to pick up some speed. There we go. Alright, season it as you please. Of course, the nutritionist is going to let you know how too much sodium is bad for you. I'll let them say it. Alright, in conclusion, added a little roasted cauliflower that was extra to this meal prep container. And I look back at our roasted chicken. We are done!